everyone, this is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited you're here. I have a very fun project to share with you, and it is all about documenting my son's year, at least the first part of the year. I had so many photos that I decided to break this into two different layouts and two different kind of spreads. What sparked this idea for this project was this stamp set coming out from Christine at Everyday Explorers. It is the December release that I am working with. It is called Month by Month Mini, and I am excited to use it to document my son's year, this year 2022. So it's gonna be a multi-page spread, and I'm gonna do lots of pattern stamping to make my own journaling cards. And I've pulled out a few other stamps to use, like markup, everyday icons, this month, week, and day. And then I also have this one called Looking Back. So I have all of those, and then I'm gonna go grab some paper that I printed and get started on this project. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch to voiceover. So I hope you are excited to see a different video other than December Daily and kind of a year in review project, because I don't know about you, but I think about those projects right around this time, of course, and I find different ways to kind of recap the year. And I haven't done any kid projects. I'm not very good at documenting my kids. So I haven't done a few pages for them in a while. So I thought a year in a review would be really fun. And I took some black and white papers from Ali Edwards' black and white kit, and I'm going to use those as kind of my base for papers. I love making my own journaling cards, so I took the months that I have photos for, which is January through July, and I stamped them at least twice, if not more times, all over this 4x6 card, because this is going to be the opening page. I don't know if I said that already, but this is the opening page. And later on at some point I might add his name, but I just didn't do that in the video. So I stamped all the months, and then I grabbed the icon stamp set, and I looked for icons that made me think of my son. So I did headphones, a computer screen, or it could be a gaming screen, whichever, and then kind of a high five, and then a smiley face. So really simple and easy way to create a 4x6 card with your stamps. Now the next part of my stamping is going to be stamping a large phrase that says looking back, and that's going to be on the 3x4. And when I went through my photos, I kind of went through every single photo. I scrolled through all my monthly folders, and I picked at least 2 photos from each month. And then I just wound up getting more and more photos. So that's why this is going to be, 2 parts and 2 projects. And on this looking back, I did the highlights for my son, which was talking about how he started the year as a 7th grader, or then in the middle of 7th grade for January, and then in March he became officially a teenager, and he also tried out for a comp soccer team. And then the last one I put is he just continues with his hilarious antics. So that front page is all done, and so now I can flip it and start on the next little page. This next one is going to have a really fun photo of my son jumping into the waterfall. It was kind of my favorite summer photo, so I did it 4x6. And then I also have the photo of my son on his 13th birthday. And so I'm going to make a 3x4 journaling card with a little piece of that black paper. And I'm going to stamp this month and then grab some alphabet stickers to stamp 13. And I hope I spelled 13 right. I'm pretty sure I did. I don't know if that happens to you guys, but when I make scrapbook pages, sometimes I'm like, wait a second, that's not how you spell the word, but it's like simple, common words. I'm sure that I'm not the only one this happens to, but I'm like 13, yeah, that's how you spell 13. And below the 13, I stamped March, and then I will add in a little star. I did add a star to the 4x6 card that I made on front because that kind of came from a sports soccer stamp set. So I figured the star can work for that. I tried to be brave and stamp July on the photo. I did not like it. You guys, I just didn't like it. So I decided to stamp July on a piece of paper and then just fussy cut that out, and I will put that in the corner. And then I can move on to another pocket page, which is 4 vertical 3x4s. And I start off with a photo of my son in January, the top left. Now, that was my favorite photo in January. I need to get better about taking photos in January. I feel like that's always been a thing of mine, is just not taking great photos in January. I don't know why, but I don't know if I'm the only one. Leave a comment and let me know if that's how it is for you guys, if you aren't great at taking photos in January. I'm just not. So I had 2 photos of my son working on his campaign for treasurer. The first one is him in a sweater, and that's going to be like, that was part of his campaign like poster image. And then the back is him getting ready to go into school and give the speech. And so I decided to go ahead and turn those kind of into a flip pull up situation, because it'll be up at the top of the page protector. So I just removed the adhesive with my adhesive remover. It's just a little rubber thing that I got at Hobby Lobby. And I took the half circles and added them to make a really big tab. Then I took several of my stamps and made a really fun journaling prompt card. I probably should have drawn lines to keep my journaling straight, but I didn't do that. It still turned out to be a really fantastic card. So the first prompt I stamped was January, and I put the top left photo, and I said, "I can't believe how much you're growing up." And I said, the topic or subject at school that continues to annoy you is AR reading. So I had to put that little fun thing in there, because sometimes we just don't want to read. The next one I put is April highlights, and I put how my son started taking selfies, especially when he got this fancy new jersey, and that's the bottom right picture. The next one is May plot twist. I talked about the treasurer photos. My son was running the student store, and he loved it and was doing really amazing with all the responsibility with that, and decided to step it up and take another responsibility by becoming the class treasurer for 8th grade. And we were all really impressed and proud of him. And he had to stand up in front of the school and deliver a speech. And so he won. And we were just all so proud of him for doing that and deciding to take on more responsibility for the school. Okay, so I'm going to put those in the page protector and then flip to the next section of this project, which is going to be some more vertical 3x4s and also a 2x2 page protector. I took any photos that weren't really like my favorites, and I put those really small. I also made sure to include a photo of my son with me and my son with dad. And the only one I forgot was my son with his sister, but that's okay. I have a really funny photo up in the top left of him like falling off the couch. I think I had told him that electronic time is done, so he needs to move on with something. So he pretended to basically be a blob. You know, that's totally expected. I took the paper that I printed and I trimmed out a 2x2 little piece of it, and then the rest of the cards I am going to go ahead and make those. So I took the alphas and I spelled out best, and then just kind of in cursive wrote the best. Also going to stamp top stories and then make another small little replica card from the very beginning. So I just stamped the months, January through July, with the really small months. I think I just stamped them once or twice. And then I'll grab some more icons and go ahead and stamp those on as well. So this time I did a wink face, a geotag, and then a thumbs up for that little mini card, and I just love how it turned out. It's very cute. And I just love making that type of card. I know I already said that, but it's so easy. Just take your months, take your icons, and blend them together, and you got a fantastic looking card. Okay, top stories. I put May, finishing comp season. June was your first dance, and you started volunteering at summer camp. And then I put loving 7-Eleven opening to get snacks, and your soccer tricks, and fishing with dad, and then going to Sac Republic games. And up in the top right corner is actually a photo with my son and the captain of the Sac Republic team. So he was really, really excited about that. So, and then that will complete my page. And now basically, if this is all I wanted to do for my son's kind of 13th year of life, or the year of 2022, then that's it. That's all I'd have to do. So it really takes a lot of pressure off of me to document a ton of stuff. So I can just do the second part, and then I would have a really great overview of my son's year. So I hope this inspires you, and I hope you enjoyed watching. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you're new to my channel. Have a great day. Bye.